Part 2 of what makes a person insane, psychopath, psychotic, or sociopath. If you caught my bullying story in the beginning, and I've told you about the current situation with still being bullied by people in college, and those people, some are in positions of authority, so this kind of works out. You know, the thing with things like that. I was once bullied by a person who would future be a police officer in my city, and I'm not gonna put his name out there because I'm not in the business of ruining people's careers. But you know who you are. Look at this ugly face. You remember me. I remember you. CHS. You are a police explorer, and you're the reason why I didn't become one because I can't be bullied at school by you and then bullied on police explorers too. Anyway, moving on. I've been bullied by cops as well. One of the police officers, I believe his name, and I am gonna put your name out there, buddy. His name was Lauren Hill. I don't remember what you look like, and I don't care. But he was also a martial artist, which apparently his sensei or sifu or shidoshi or senpai or shogun master, whoever the hell taught him, obviously didn't teach him to respect other martial artists and their skills, and don't underestimate your opponent or overestimate yourself. Go like water, be peaceful until it's time to not be peaceful. Well, he harassed my cousin, and then he wanted to harass me. However, what he failed to understand is he's not the only martial art person on the block. And that's the thing, you never know what someone else knows, and you don't know if they're better than you until you actually combat them. Now let me play devil's advocate, because everything I've just said is about to make me look like a fucking hypocrite, so I'm about to say some hypocritical shit. Because for me, as long as it's a fight, honestly, I don't give a fuck what you know. If we going like this, no weapons, good luck. That's all I got to tell you. Because no one is taller than the last man standing. And I have every intention on standing on your fucking neck. Now, moving on. This video may put me in those categories. And the reason that is, it's the truth. I may very well be a sociopath. I may very well be a psychopath. I damn sure could be psychotic, and I am virtually insane. But see, I at least know that I'm insane, but I'm not at the insane point where you have to go get the straight jackets and lock my ass up and medicate me to make sure that I'm not going around fucking up other people. Believe me, this is why I don't drink anymore, and I've never smoked or did any kind of drugs. I'm afraid of needles, so crack and heroin is out. And the thing is that there are a lot of things and a lot of situations that people find themselves in, and most of the time it's not by choice. It's mostly by force because some other asshole fucked up their whole goddamn day. And that does happen because all it takes is for one bad day and you become the Joker. And DC Comics had it right. Sometimes bad guy is perspective, and sometimes it's not always what you think that causes someone to just flip out and go complete ape shit. It is situation. They might wake up and from the jump they missed an appointment. They wake up at 9. They had an appointment at 8. They had let's not even say it's 9. Let's say they wake up at 8 and had a business meeting at 8. So now they have to rush through traffic. On the way to work, they get a ticket. The meeting's 3 hours. They've just missed 2. They come in. They're walking on eggshells with their boss. So now that you've missed the meeting, you can bet your sweet ass, your ass is gonna get fired. And from then, the damn spiral just keeps going down and down and down. And then the people at work don't want to give them the good coffee. They want to give them the liquid, lower down coffee. Or there's somebody on the job that's been picking on him from damn day one. But when he goes to HR, they tell him, grow up. Or ignore it and it will go away. But the person who's picking there is like the boss's kid. Or the person who's picking there has more seniority and has been doing this shit to everyone. And all of a sudden, even the fucking Me Too movement can't touch the motherfucker. So what drives a person into those categories is their situation. And a lot of people have no idea what someone else's situation is. And because their situation is fucked, they want to fuck someone else's situation. The problem with us as humans, the problem with us in general, is that we don't reach out an olive branch to help people. We generally try to help ourselves, or we add on to other people's anguish and try to fuck them on some level or another. And until we can stop doing that, there's always going to be somebody who's going to get a hold of a gun and go do some stupid fucking shit. Now, I got another story about that, alright? Because I'm Generation X, and I came up in the middle of the Columbine shit. I had just started college when Columbine, and I had just went through some shit with a college teacher at the school in which I'm still currently attending. And when Columbine happened, I had lost 3 friends in 2 months. And this teacher, she basically called me a liar. And I had to go to the schools with the obituaries. I had to go to like mad churches to get the obituaries. And show her that 3 people can die in 2 months' time, back to back to back to back, because 5 people of color die a day. And just because it doesn't make the news, or just because she doesn't see it, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And just most recently, with Facebook living and people getting recorded being killed by cops and shit like that. So don't tell me that 5 black people can't die a day. Just because you don't see it, or just because it doesn't affect your world directly, does not mean that it does not happen. And a lot of people don't want to accept that. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't really give a flying fuck because it doesn't affect them directly. And I get that. I get that a lot. But here's the thing. You don't know who you're pissing off. You don't know whose situation you're about to add to anguish. Now, me, like the situation that I'm currently facing in school. The thing is, I am the most dangerous man in my school. And the people that are picking on me, they're also vets, and I didn't get to serve the country the way they got to serve, and I didn't get to serve the way I wanted to serve. And that's come up a couple of times in class, and it's become an issue. And like I said in the other video, I got a hip replacement, and I never wanted to come home. I joined the army to die for this country, so that when people look at me, they won't see a black drug dealer. Or in my case, because they're not sure what the fuck I am, they won't see a Mexican, a Samoan, a Tiger Woods lookalike motherfucker who's a drug dealer, or a child molester, or whatever the hell the stereotypical thing is that they put on people of color. I want to die with an American flag draped around my ass, dog tag sparkling in the fucking sun, and I want them to say, there goes my hero from the Foo Fighters. Watch him as he falls. Yeah, I like the Foo Fighters. You guys don't like the Foo Fighters, then you never like Nirvana, so shut up. Anyway, the whole thing is, a lot of people of color have bad reputations, even when you don't have a bad reputation, because guilty by association gives you a bad reputation. And most black people know other black people. One of the professors that I was admiring, dean of students at UVA, he resigned because some of the black people he knew smoked pot, and it made him look bad. But he would fight for everybody else's rights in black stuff, but he didn't fight for his own. Now that left a sour taste in my mouth. I still respect him, but your actions kind of speak for themselves. How can you defend others but not yourself? I kind of can relate to that though at the same time, because I have defended others and have rarely defended myself when it comes to social stuff. I'll be the first to admit, I'm as dumb as a fucking box of rocks when it comes to technology. I really am. There's just no denying that shit. Texting got me in trouble with the police department with my ex. Because I didn't know that you couldn't text somebody and tell them that you love them on their birthday. I didn't know that you couldn't sing them some love songs on their birthday because you still wanted to be with them for the rest of your fucking life. I learned that when I'm standing in court with this harassment charge over my ass. And then my cell phone caught a virus from all the porn that I was watching, which started calling everybody, including my ex, who I had deleted out of my phone, but apparently when she texted the phone, it had saved the number again. Which goes back to, this is why I don't fuck with technology, because so many things can happen in technology, and the shit you can't even fucking make up can happen in technology. And I forgot to cut these lights on, so nobody's gonna know I'm recording. But anyway, the whole principle of the thing is that, you don't know what will send someone over the edge. I've been sent over the edge a lot of times, and the fact that I haven't killed anyone is a testimony that God does exist. I've had really bad things happen. I've tried to take my life on more than one occasion due to bad things. It really got bad when I got out of the Army. It got really, really bad because I've never really failed at anything in my life. And the Army was like my second major fail. My first major fail was losing the girl that I love for the rest of my life. Losing her kind of sent me in the direction of the Army. But see, I was trying to go to the Army way before she even came in. I've been trying to get into the military since I was like 19. I didn't get in until I was 37. And the thing about giving you guys a heart-to-heart is that if you understand where I'm coming from, you may understand me better. And when you grow up of color, and I embrace all three of my heritages. I don't embrace the white side as much as I embrace the black side or the Native American side, which I really embrace the Native American side a little more. And I'm not going to lie about it. If I had it my way, I'd be full-blooded Cherokee. I don't think that free college thing really works, though. But anyway, moving on. I tell everybody the truth as best I can. If I don't think you can handle the whole 99.9, then I will give you maybe 80%. And you'll just have to figure out the rest on your own, because it's only so much that a person can actually take at one time, and boom, their brain blows up and they're like, wow, really? That, yeah. So, when you're open, you can't be but so open, because then people will be like, well, I can use this against you. Yeah, you can. This video can probably come back to bite me in the ass too. But here's the thing about that. First, probably shouldn't eat while I'm talking. While I'm in a snack. Second, honesty works. Okay? Might not like it. Might can't accept it. Might can't deal with it. But let's be honest. Honesty works. Alright? Here's why it works. First, I'm choking. So let me get this damn tea. Honesty works for two simple reasons. One, you get it out of the way. Two, if you have to lie about something, you better have a damn good memory. Like a damn good memory. And in my defense, I've had a couple of concussions. My very first concussion I got when I was like going to school, like the first day of school, when I thought I was the greatest American hero. Shout out to William Katz. My second concussion I got in grade school at Burley Moran. Shout out to Miss Early, who gave me that concussion. We were playing football with no equipment, and it wasn't my idea because I don't even like football, but Coach Bean had us go this way to be with the guys, and the girls went to go play something else. I don't know what they had to play, but that day I was really wishing that I had a vagina that day, because I woke up in the infirmary with a knot, like that whole thing made me like a Klingon. So anyway, that being said, I think I had that concussion there was the one where I thought I was Christopher Columbus, and I told my mom she was a wench, and that it's 1492 and we're selling the ocean blue. We're going to India to find something. That's pretty much must have been like the last lesson I had before Miss Early headbutted me and knocked me senseless. So anyway, outside of that, shout out to Miss Early, by the way. Anyway, in case I forgot. So after that, I've had I want to say like slight memory malfunctions or whatever, and this was important. So when I got into the Army, there's like does your family have a history of heart attacks? It's like, well, my father had a heart attack at 25, and my 25th birthday was the scariest year of my life because I thought I would fucking have a heart attack. But apparently heart attacks aren't always genetic, so I made it to 44 without a heart attack. But I also have been in great shape for more than most of my life. I've always trained. I've never not been training until I got into the Army and got fucked up. And the thing with that, is that it burks. My memory, the long term like important memories are there. The short term that are important aren't as there as they should be. And then I went through a phase like from I guess 16 to 25 where I just taught myself to forget shit so that I couldn't lie about it. Because if you don't remember it, then you don't have to acknowledge it. And if you don't acknowledge it, then it's not a lie. It's also not the truth, but it's not a lie. Because if you don't know, you don't know. And if you don't know, that's the most honest answer that you can give anybody. I don't know. So, do I classify myself as insane, psychopathic, psychotic, or a sociopath? Personally, I probably fall into all four of those categories on some level or another. And the reason I say this is because a lot of people don't really have a lot of conscience, and they don't really care about other people's thoughts or situations or what they've been through, and it happens. You know, some people are just heartless motherfuckers. They just could care two shits if you're breathing and you're just taking up their air, and they're probably praying that you die every day. And as long as you're breathing, you're going to be a source of their anguish. And like, this motherfucker gonna shut up the class again today. I can't stand this motherfucker. Why is he fucking here? I can't stand him. I hope he gets hit by a car. And I'm pretty sure people in my current classes probably said that about me. I, on the other hand, have thought, hey, fuck it, I'm here. If it's a problem, there are legal ways that we can handle harassment issues. There are legal ways, trust me, I know about that one. There are legal ways that we can handle issues if you don't want to get to know a person. And here's my thing about that. If you don't really want to get to know a person, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, but leave that person the fuck alone, because you don't know who you're fucking with. And that's one of my policies on life. Know who you're messing with. Know how far you can go with that person before they snap your fucking neck. Now, as I've told many people many times, and this is not a confession, by the way, however, it could be something that could come back to bite me in the ass, and it probably will, but I'm going to say it, because I wasn't smart enough to get anything else in the military but infantry. So if murder was legal, I'd always have a job. Because it takes a lot to be able to kill someone. It really does. And people don't understand that. You can't just go around killing people. Well, unfortunately, I got infantry, and they beat it into my head over 1,000 times or better. One shot, one kill, we will. The downside on that is that I can't shoot with a fuck. At least not an M4 anyway. Now, a handgun's a whole nother matter. They never tested me with a handgun. They tested me with a fucking M4. But we found out because I couldn't lay on my hip because my hip was severely damaged, which is why I couldn't shoot an M4. So shooting in the prone position is just not a motherfucking option. So I could never be a fucking sniper. However, I think I'm going to make a third video because we're 17 and some change in. So stay tuned to part 3.